Welcome to the FurlokoPodcast.
Crazy fluff butts talk about stuff.
And maybe some things you wish you never heard of.
With your hosts,
DJ for 3 and
we're Fox 18, and as some people know me, Kavori. And our lovely camera kitty.
You normally introduce
I'm
me.
kitty.
You caught me off guard there.
Fair enough. It's
Shut
all
up.
good. It's all
and
good.
Omni.
You're cute.
Shut up. Not cute.
Aw, he flustered.
Shut up.
So
Okay.
tonight, I guess we've got a nice lineup of just random questions. That's not like trivia like last time. It's just like random topics, little question and answer thing that's generated. You can tell more about it because you're the one doing the thing.
Yeah, so essentially I found the site that it's a random topic generator. It's sort of like a Q&A, but not really because that would be, we have to get our audience involved for a proper one, but that'll be later on down the road. So
Yeah,
this is
that'll
just
actually be
random
fun.
personal questions, and as long as it's not too harsh or too controversial, then I'll ask you, and then we'll each take our turn to answer, and then we'll move on to the next one. That's how it'll go.
All right.
So,
Sorry, I was looking
the
down and
first
making sure
one.
my portable keyboard was turned off.
And so our first question is, what song always puts you in a good mood?
Well,
Is it literally Don't Worry, Be Happy?
Yeah, I can be feeling like absolute crap when I hear that, and I just kind of giggle inside. I don't know why. There's others too, but that's one that just almost guaranteed will at least make me giggle a little bit.
If you got yours, I still need time to think, but if you got yours, you...
I've got like 6. It's hard to choose
I got
one.
an entire genre. So, honestly,
Well,
okay, no, I got mine. So,
okay.
mine, like you said, I mean, depending from a previous episode, you said you didn't really like EDM, but it depends.
Like some.
Like you explained to me before. Now, essentially, there are some songs from the music genre of house or bass house, and it just, no matter what mood I'm in, I could be the grumpiest person in the world, and one song that comes to mind, if it comes on, I'm just sitting there just dun 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 dun. And I'm just going crazy. That's how I get my exercise, by the way. And that song would be Dash Star by Knock 2.
I have not heard that one. At least not that I'm aware of.
It's super hyped up, and it's just it's like crazy full of energy, and I could be in whatever mood. I could be sad, I could be happy, I could be mad, and that song will come on, and I'm just sitting there bumping to it, and I'll become happy.
All right.
All right. Have you had enough time to narrow down those 6 songs?
I'm just gonna
5 or
say
6
I'm just gonna
songs?
say the first one that comes to my head, and it's gonna be Meatloaf by Out of Hell.
That's an interesting one.
I was listening
I can see that though.
I was listening to it in the bath earlier and kind of accidentally singing along to it.
Nice. I like a lot of his music.
Mm-hmm.
I Would Do Anything for Love is still my favorite though. But I guess
yeah.
that's not uncommon. It's just the power in his voice in that song, though. Anyway.
So I remembered a question from when I was telling you about this idea earlier. So I managed to remember this one. But the question is, who is the one person that brings you the most joy?
Ooh.
Mine's easy.
Hmm?
You.
Yeah.
Ah. I really can't say that it's any one specific person.
Honestly,
Because
I'm
for
gonna
one,
have to
that
call a
wouldn't be
mulligan on mine because it's not fair. So change that up a bit.
But what I would say is all of my partners, my fiance, everyone means the world to me. And I know that I couldn't live without them right now, especially with everything that I've been going through
No.
health wise. They're like the light at the end of the tunnel that keeps me going. You know, I really need them. And then all my friends too on here have just really been awesome through this really bad time. So they've given me the strength to keep going. So all of them, I don't have a specific person that I can just point to and be like, they're, you know, it just.
Yeah.
Can I change my answer and agree with her? Because same thing.
Well, then we all have the same answer.
Because that was a bit of a hard one to ask us because it's not fair to single out one specific person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I said
that's
we can
fair.
change it a little bit because that would just essentially call people out and possibly start drama, and that's not what we're about. So that's
Or
why I said
we can just drop
yeah,
this
change
question
it a bit.
entirely.
I don't mind.
Well, but essentially for
It's a
me,
truthful answer.
the majority of it would be my immediate group. So it'd be like you, Omni, Fusion, Thunder, and obviously I have to say this one because it's really much a given. My boyfriend,
Aw.
Cutie Calico, or I'm not gonna say our real names, but both me and him have the exact same first name, exact same spelling. Now, we live in America, and how our name is spelled the correct way in America isn't how it's spelled. So the fact that me and him have the same exact spelling of our first name, kinda a little bit weird, but kinda a little bit cool at the same time. But the majority would obviously have to be my boyfriend, and then my immediate friend group, but mine's the same answer as hers. It's everyone that I've met in here. Like, not one singular person could have done more than anyone else. Because all of you bring me joy.
Controller. Okay.
Like I tell them sometimes, like, I'll become immensely happier even if I just say hello. Like, if I stop by for a quick second, see your face, say hello, and hug you, that's really much all I need. Really.
I'm kind of the same way on that. I really am.
Ooh, here's a good one. This one's sort of
Oh?
a two-part question. Do you like going to concerts? Why or why not?
Oh goodness, yes, I do. And I think the reason I enjoy concerts is I've always been an audiophile, and a live performance is always unique. No two are identical unless they're cheating, but we won't go there. But no. I like the uniqueness of each individual show. Even when like this is going to date me a bit. For those of you that don't know, I'm crouching up on 40, or encroaching up on 40. Sorry, I just completely misspoke there.
You're still a baby.
I'm 37. Yeah, I know. But when I was little, I used to go see Glenn Campbell live all the time in Branson. And even though I saw multiple shows and he had a very similar set each time, no two shows were identical. Different things would happen, whether it was a stage malfunction with a light or a mic, or just little subtle nuances in the way he sang the song. You know, it just, every show was unique. And that's what I really, really love about concerts. When you go see the performer, you're seeing them instead of what the record label is showing you. You see them for who they are a bit more. Yeah, it's still an act, it's still a show, but you get to see that a little bit more of a personal flair to it, and that's what I really love.
Honestly, I could say mine's the same answer, but like pretty much just a simple answer for me. Yes, I love going to concerts. I wish I could go to more. Like, there's one that I
Same.
want to go to that's down in Ohio because it's all electronic music, which is what I love the most. But, well, tickets and travel time are expensive. But, anyways, I love going to them because the ones that I've been to, which was, I got to go to see 311.
Ooh.
I got to see Kiss.
I've always wanted to see them. I'm sad I never got to.
I got to see Tommy Two Tone and Duran Duran.
Fun. Oh, okay. I'm kind of jelly there.
And one, I've seen Brother Ali live. He's a rapper. But I didn't get to fully see his set because, okay, just quick explanation. For people who don't know me, I can't be around weed. Just the smell of it makes me sick, so I get green sick very easily. And we were in a little hole in the wall, and it's a very, very tiny space. And it didn't really have
an
good
actual allergy
ventilation,
to it.
and people were smoking. The one thing I did love about it, because eventually I did have to leave, one thing I did like about his concert is he cares about all of his fans. So he was performing, and then he saw that people were smoking weed in the building, and he stopped mid-set to be like, you guys need to put that shit out. There's some people in here that can't stand that smell. You need to put it out or go outside.
And unfortunately, there are some people that are very allergic to it. It's legal where I am. And I've got a friend that I have to be careful of it. I can't even have it on my clothes if I go see him because he's deathly allergic. He's also deathly allergic to peppermint. And for those that don't know, there are some similarities between mint and marijuana that if you're allergic to mint, you might also be allergic to marijuana, but you can be allergic to marijuana and not mint. It's just kind of one of those weird things. It depends on what you're allergic to in the plant. But some people are definitely allergic to it.
The most recent concert I got to go to, which was probably my most favorite. My mom would hate me for saying that because she was the one that took me to see Tommy Chone and Duran Duran. Now, to put a date on that, I was really young, and when we went, we stopped by McDonald's, and we heard on the radio that was the day Michael Jackson passed.
Oh, wow, okay.
And I was one of his favorites, so I was crying all the way there. And then I got interviewed by the news.
Wait, really?
About Michael Jackson. I got interviewed.
Oh, that's cool.
But the most recent one I've went to, which was my most favorite, is I went with my dad, my aunt, and my middle brother, because I have two younger brothers, but I went with my middle brother, my dad, and my aunt, and we went to go and see Chevelle live.
Oh, that would be
And
another good show.
and the album that they priority focused on was I can't exactly remember the album name, but the one with the red, that song on it.
Yeah. Which is
Unless
actually my
the
favorite song
album
by
is
them.
called The Red.
Suffocating's good too.
Yeah, Jars is good. One Ocean.
Yeah, Joris isn't bad.
I could name all of them. I could name all of them that I really like, but let's not get into that.
Well, what about you, Omni?
The only concerts I've been to are the
You
ones
like concerts?
The only ones I've been to are the ones at the furry conventions.
Fair.
But
But do you enjoy them?
Yeah. I've never been to an actual concert from an actual band, though.
True.
Need to fix
And
that
with
one
your
day.
epilepsy, you would have to be careful because the light show could be problematic.
That's why
That's
I've never
true.
been.
I could see that. That's fair. I could see that. I guess if you
damn
did
it.
go to one, you would have to let them know and be with someone that can get you help if something does happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way I could really. I mean, it's a gamble at that point, but they are fun.
I just answered
Yeah.
the second part of the question without realizing it.
Oh, which ones have you seen?
What was the last one you went to?
Oh, okay. The last one I went to. That's thinking.
I can't put a date on mine, but mine was the Chevelle. That was the latest one.
I can put a date on the one I was at.
If you want to be technical, it was a performance at a Ren fair. So the last concert, so to speak, even though it was a really small performance, would be, well, my friend Alexander James Adam live at Muskogee, the Castle of Muskogee, Oklahoma, the Ren fair there. That's the most recent musical performance I've seen in person. However, an actual big concert? Well, I've seen a couple. Let's see. It was right at the end of 2020, and I saw Diamond Rio at the at Silver City. They had a performance there in the amphitheater. But just to give you an idea of some of the shows I've seen over the years, let's see. When I was younger, Colin Ray, Brad Paisley, Toby Keith performing with Rascal Flatts when I was 16. Then I've seen, let's see, of course, let's see, I've seen Eddie Rabbit and Glenn Campbell together down in Branson a lot. I saw the Oak Ridge Boys down there when I was younger. I got to meet them all. Really nice people, by the way. Freaking fantastic people. Then I got to meet and talk to Blake Shelton when they opened a brand new park here in town. They did a free concert, and he was the performer. And he walked up along the stage, and we were sitting right by the stage, and he signed my hat and everything. Just talked to me for a minute, and everyone that was right there before he went up on stage. I've seen Randy Houser, Kansas, Eddie Money. I've seen John Kay and Steppenwolf, Three Dog Night. Let's see. I've seen Trace Adkins multiple times. I've seen. The little guy sings Clockwork. Any other time I could tell you, and I can't think of his name right now. I've seen Chris Young. I've seen Tyler Farr was one of the more recent ones, like within the last couple of years. The list goes on. Like,
Okay. So
Randy
out of
Travis,
all
I think I
those,
saw when I was real little.
What's the last one you've been to?
She said that right at the beginning.
It was either Tyler Farr or because they were around the same time. It was either Tyler Farr, Chris Stapleton, Chris Young, or I think it was Diamond Rio at Sodar City, because I think post-pandemic, I did see a small concert at the fair, but I can't remember who it was offhand. Anyway, whatever. I've seen too many. I just way too many.
Well, you've been more to me. I've only been to 5.
All right, so we had a little technical difficulties there, but basically what I was saying is back in the day, I saw a lot of the concerts really cheap or even free because I've always been an exhibitor. Like, I would show my photos in the fair a lot, and my cousin also had dairy cattle that she would show there, and jerseys. So we would get like really cheap tickets, up to like 10 or 20 of them for $1 each back then. They don't do that anymore, unfortunately, because the fair is run by a different company now. But back then, the concerts were free with fair admission, unless you wanted front row seats. So I got to see all of them, like, you know, Brad Paisley, and let's see, that's when I saw Colin Ray, Clint Black. I saw Clint Black there. And let me tell you, the song Like the Rain, when it's live, oh my gosh, just chills. Anyway, but yeah, if I had to guess, I would say the most recent concert that I know of for a fact was 2020 Diamond Rio at Echo Hollow there inside of Silverdar City. It was an hour-long show because it was still tail end of the pandemic. Things were just opening back up. So instead of doing one long show with a large crowd, they did 2 shorter shows that were free with your admission to Silverdar City. And that way they could split it up and keep the crowd level down. So, but a great show. I think I probably saw one at the fair in 2021 or 2022, but I can't remember who it was off the top of my head. Sorry. I just can't seem to remember who it was. It might have been Tyler Farr. So it could have been Tyler Farr. And the kid that sings Clockwork, I can't think. That's going to bother. Easton Corbin. There we go. Easton Corbin. Because I saw them both in the same year. But anyway.
Yeah.
I can name
Most
the
latest
three. My
preference.
my three, but I've recently seen are really easy. That was hashtag, which was Pepper Coyote and Fox and More at Amthrocon. Don't remember the year because you might remember it.
Yeah.
After that,
That was when their album hashtag came out.
yeah. After that one, that was Rhubarb and Cosmic Ruin Everything at Confuzzled.
Nice.
And after
Rhubarb
that,
used to be local to me. He lived here.
And after that
and moved
one,
away, and I'm sad.
it was
We used to go partying.
a Scottish band playing bagpipes and those other Scottish instruments at ScotiaCon 2022 called Drums and Roses.
That would be really cool.
Alright, now the next question, I managed to find that was really good, and I have the quickest answer ever because it was an all-time favorite. What's the funniest TV series we've seen? Mine, right off the bat, I'm just gonna say this real quick because I either might steal it from either one of you or something, but funniest TV series, Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Yeah, I could see that. That one was good. That was definitely good.
All of the
And a
sound
good part of my
effects,
childhood. My older childhood.
like
but yeah.
even to this day, all the sound effects and everything, it just sends me for a loop.
You wouldn't mind before you do your
Man.
2-hour answer?
Yeah. Because I don't know how to narrow this down. I've got a
Mine's
couple,
easy.
But,
Red Dwarf.
Yep.
Because remember,
what
you're
little
a
I've seen of Red
snakehead.
Dwarf, it's really good. It's been really good. Fox Moore shared a little bit of Red Dwarf with me one day when we were both bored during the pandemic. So yeah, Red Dwarf was really good. What little I saw of it, I definitely want to see more of it. But I think there's a couple places. I think I need to watch it here in VR maybe. I'm sure they have it here in VR. Anyway, for me, that's a tough call. I think for just dumb, stupid humor, just nonsensical humor, I would have to go to Mrs. Brown's Boys.
Yes.
Just because it is hilarious. I mean, it really is. And if
I've
none of you have
never
ever
seen
seen
it.
it, look it up. It's great.
That's-
We're going to have to show you an
never
episode of it later.
heard of
We
it.
are
That's
to
brilliant.
find an episode online. Yeah, it's a lot of it is
And-
on YouTube. And another one for me, it's a Canadian show, The Red Green Show. Oh my goodness.
So,
Those used to crack me up when I was real little.
so for me, that'd be the Brown Show because I wouldn't see red or green.
But no, the
Oh
red.
my lord.
If you never heard of the Red
Stupid
Green
jokes.
Show,
No, I'm
It's
actually
like-
colorblind.
it's called the Possum Launch. I know.
No, he thought I
But
was joking.
that's just the name of it.
No, there was two.
No, he is
one-
colorblind.
There's two of them that I sort of skipped through that I remember.
There is one more I
Those-
want to say.
Go
And
for it.
that is for funny and stupidness as their cartoon, Ren and Stimpy. They did some stupid shit on that show.
I never liked it, but I like Two Stupid Dogs. I guess another really good TV show is another British one, and it didn't last long. It was the IT Crowd, and the reason it's funny to me is because I worked IT for a while, so a lot of the humor in there was
Yep.
very valid, very valid. Hello, IT. Have you
You
tried
have to
turning
have
it
the
off and on
background to
again?
understand.
Yeah.
Got a funny
But as far
story
as
for you after
cartoons, if I had to
this.
just pick a cartoon, if I had to just go with cartoons, oh,
Well, TV series. It never specified cartoons.
Yeah. true. But if I was gonna go the cartoon route, man, I don't know. That's a tough call. I would probably go back to another short-lived one, and that was Father of the Pride, not Bride, but Pride.
Yes, the one about
And
the
it
lions.
was about Siegfried and Roy and the White Lions. Yep.
Yep, that show
I
was
wished
awesome.
it lasted longer. It was so funny to me. The humor in it was also just dumb and nonsensical, and I loved it.
My favorite episode was the one where they found a coyote in the desert.
Yeah, that was a good episode. The catnip episode was good too. Roll me faster! I want to go back in time.
I've got that series too somewhere.
Okay, you're gonna have to show me some more. Try and show me some of that
We'll find it in
because you
VR.
just
We
name
will.
off stuff that I have no clue.
Oh, come on, another
I know
funny
Ren and
series.
Stimpy.
Not to throw you under the bus, but another
But-
funny series as well as movies is Monty Python. Remember?
I never saw much of the
Well,
series, but I loved the movies.
well, so here's the thing about that. Yes, we did go and watch it afterwards. Well, eventually. You did show me it.
5 hours later.
Well, because it was after the trivia. Because I had to skip out
Sure.
on the answer. And
That's fair.
I questioned everyone. I already said it to my mom and dad. And, well, to them. I think I said it to Omni, but essentially everyone said, "Oh, it's your kind of humor." That entire movie, besides the last hour of it because I dozed off, that entire movie, I wasn't really laughing. I was more questioning everything.
But it's
That's kind of the
brilliant.
point. Now, I'll be honest. It's great because the type of humor is meant to be stupid, but it's done in a brilliant way. Like, it was well thought out to be that way on purpose, and I love what they did with it. But I still say, if I had to pick a Monty Python film as my favorite, I would pick Life of Brian over Holy Grail any day. They're both great. Nothing against either of them, but
You're missing one.
I just laugh more at Life of Brian.
Meaning of life.
That one's okay, but I didn't find it as funny. That's just me, though.
No, but the life of poor Brian.
Yeah, Life of Brian's my favorite.
Alright. So, the next one that I stumbled across that I just sort of went through real quick, and I was like, maybe not, but then I was like, maybe that could be interesting. So, the one that I immediately skipped over was if you opened a business, what kind of business would it be?
Well, when I
A
was
better
younger,
internet service
right?
that actually gives you
I'm with you on that.
what you're promised.
Yeah, that would be
Because mine
nice.
ain't doing that for me.
Honestly, there was a time I wanted to when I was healthier. I wanted to have my own automotive restoration shop. I wanted to build and restore cars and do custom work, maybe even motorcycles as well. But as it got harder and harder for me to actually sit and work on stuff like that for a long period of time, I kind of had to say goodbye to that dream. And another one that I'd considered was opening my own restaurant. But again, a lot of work, and with my health, I don't know if I can do it because that's a lot of commitment. I mean, it really is.
Well, that was the second question.
Sorry, I just can't not imagine you in a mechanic outfit now.
I worked for Nissan for 3 years, Chevrolet for 2 years, and Ford for about 6 months. I liked Ford. It just wasn't working with my college schedule at that time. Yeah.
I remember all the acronyms that I've ever heard for Ford. Like, my dream car is a Ford that I do technically own. Once I
Rebuilt
fix it
Dodge.
up. But
Driver return on foot if you spell it backwards. Fastest on race day, though.
yeah.
Especially if you fix or repair it daily. But then there's Fiat. Fix it again, Tony.
No, it's fix it again tomorrow.
That too.
Then there was like different TikToks that I seen that were people took, or one person took all the different like brand names for cars and made an acronym out of it. And it was funny as hell. There were some of them that I heard it and I was like, holy moly, that couldn't be any more true. And then I started dying of laughter. I'd have to re-find it again. It's somewhere deep in my like videos history.
I heard one for Lotus years ago, and I can't remember what it was. It was like last on track, and then I forget the last part of it. Last on track. Ultimately something. I can't remember what the last word was, but it was silly. But it was the only one I ever heard for Lotus. The thing is, I like Lotus. I also like Triumph. I would love to have a TR6 or a Spitfire.
I'm trying to remember the one that was for Nissan. It was fucking funny. Oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue.
Triumph Bonneville motorcycle.
But did you say a business type yet?
No, and I haven't really thought about it.
Fair.
Well, I mean, maybe besides like what you're doing now, like a video editing service.
I wouldn't consider this a job, really. This is more of a hobby.
True. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess.
But I do a lot of. I do like filming and videoing at conventions. But I don't think I'd ever turn it into a business. I did do DJing for the longest time in real life.
Yeah.
Since I was
I did
16,
a
I actually did
little radio internship, but that was it. All my other DJing stuff's been for online radio.
No,
So
I was hired
you said
parties.
it by accident, but the second one that I scrolled over was, if you were to open a restaurant, what kind of food would you serve?
Oh goodness. Actually, some of it were unique takes on things. One of them was going to be my Cajun burgers, where you actually mix a little bit of Cajun seasoning and one of my favorite hot sauces, but I'll keep that recipe for now, into the meat, and you cook it and sear it. You need a really good fume hood because, peppers like that, when they get hot, will make your eyes water and burn. But anyway, I was going to serve those. I was going to serve saddle blankets, which, for those of you that doesn't know what a saddle blanket is, if you didn't see the episode where we were talking about food, basically, you start off making your favorite type of chili the way you like. And I'm really picky about mine. I usually use like a 3-bean or even a 5-bean chili that I make, and simmer it all day. Get it nice and thick because you don't want it watery. And then you put that chili on a flour tortilla, shredded cheddar cheese, or if you want to, you can just use sliced cheese. It's going to melt anyway. But preferably like a sharp cheddar. The sharper, the better. I think contrasts the chili really well and the chili spices, but you got the preferences. But I would use, personally, a sharp or extra sharp cheddar in it. And then you fold them in half and you bake them at 425 on a baking sheet for about 5 to 10 minutes each side, depending on your oven, because every oven cooks differently depending on the size of the oven. But as long as you're at 525, you just want to get them nice and gold on each side. And that's it. And they're fantastic. It's like a baked quesadilla, but chili cheese quesadilla that's baked. It's just, good. But I would also probably serve, different salads. Definitely like a lot of fruit and veggie salads. I would also offer my hot wings and my take on certain traditional flavors. I could do variations of a teriyaki that I make from scratch, and it's basically sugar, brown sugar, soy, a little bit of water to thin it, just for the cooking phase, because the sugar is going to melt down to syrup and thicken it over time as it caramelizes. And then also you add green onion / chives, fresh garlic cloves, and fresh minced ginger. And that's your base. And then you add in the mandarin oranges and let them cook into. And you got to play with your sugar ratios and stuff to get it just sweet, so that's not too sweet, but you want to, because you want to keep some of the saltiness and tartness of the soy. But yeah,
And
there's a lot of things I would serve.
What? I mean, listen.
I'd also probably serve my baked manicotti, sorry, and always chicken parma, because chicken parma and spaghetti are really easy, and they go over really well. And I have different variations on my meat sauces and stuff too that people might like. And I can also do a veggie sauce. So, but anyway, I could name foods all day, but yeah, it would be a variation of stuff. It wouldn't be real specific. But I'd probably have like a menu of like 20 items. Just to keep it simple.
You just listed
like
all 20 items right there.
Yep.
Honestly, mine would be all over the shop. I literally tried thinking of trying to like narrow it down, but I'd be like cheesecake, pizzas,
chicken cordon bleu.
Different things of like ramen, and like just about everything. I'd just be all over the board.
Fair enough.
One of everything,
What
please.
about you?
Me? I mean, if it was
if
something,
you were to open a restaurant,
if I'd come and open a restaurant, I'd come to America and open up an English restaurant with English food.
That would be epic. No,
Hey.
oh my god, that would actually be really awesome.
You might kill me for this one.
Faggots and gravy,
You
please.
better,
Yes, faggots
you
and
better
gravy.
have fish and chips.
Fish and chips, faggots and gravy, toad in the hole, spaghetti bolognese.
If you, I'll just say this: if you got fish and chips, that's it. I'll be there
Oodles and
every day.
oodles of cheese on top of it.
Wow.
That and all.
Well, I would be there every day when I could afford it.
And yes, sweetie, I will give you faggots and gravy with mashed potato and carrots.
They just look so good. They just look so good. Oh, I love carrots.
Oh, and
Ooh.
bangers and mash.
Anyway.
Oh, well, you said a dozen recipes.
They sound so good.
I just kept mine
Oh.
simple.
I thought these answers were meant to be.
Move on to the next
I am going to put.
Actually,
Don't take this personally. I am going to put a Werefox rant counter above your head.
that's fair. That's fair this time. That's totally fair. I've been pretty bad about it. But no, there is one more thing I thought of I'd probably serve, just because it's funny, but ironically actually really good. Shit on a shingle. Which is chipped beef with gravy on toast. And typically served with like mashed taters or something like that. Or I could serve it with a baked potato, like a loaded baked potato. Or make a loaded baked potato with the chipped beef and gravy on it.
Oh. You're making me hungry.
Anyway. and the reason it's called shit on a shingle because with the brown gravy, it does look kind of grody.
I am going to.
Anyway. But it's so delicious, actually. And it's
Okay,
old
next
staple.
question. Before
Thought you
we
loved
just
me.
give all of us the
I love you.
frickin' munchies.
I'm hungry.
Okay, next question. We know you're hungry now. Next question. Now, I can name this one pretty quick because I told you and another friend about it. Or, I told you and Lisa about it. What is the strangest movie you've seen? Rubber.
Yeah, no, I have to admit that one's definitely up there.
Strangest and dumbest movie. It's literally just all about a
That
tire.
one's
Like, just the rubber of the tire. No rim,
that one's
just the
pretty bad.
tire that basically comes to life and uses brain powers to make people explode. Like,
It's a tire.
that's
How
pretty
does it
much
have a brain?
It's not like it's a spoiler. There's nothing. Like, that's it. You could watch any movie scene and that's it.
I mean,
So it's not even like it's a spoiler.
It's kind of how the movie
just don't
starts,
watch
if I
it.
remember right.
now are we talking strange as in like that, or strange as in like you wish you'd never watched it? Strange.
Either one.
Well,
Either one.
wish you never watched it because I wish I never watched Rubber.
Right, I've got a brilliant one, but I don't know if I'll get away with saying it. Sausage Party.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't even give it a try. Like, I heard it was so terrible, and
Oh, it
just the
was.
previews alone were enough to make me just go no, and I won't even watch it. I've actually left.
All I know about it is the innuendos and
And the food dodge you
everything
right at the end.
is
Fair.
is
Oh, God.
literally
That's a thing.
Yes,
like,
it is.
it's literally not even hidden.
Oh,
Like, none of it is hidden.
there's one line in it too, but
Fair
I'm
enough.
so surprised they actually got it away with it too. And I can't say it because it's
What?
wrong.
Oh yeah. Everything about that
I don't
movie.
even-
If you said it out of context, man, you'd be on fire.
All right, well, I guess for me, man, yeah, what you said, that sausage party, I couldn't even sit through the previews for it. I don't know how you made it through the movie, either of you. I really don't.
I don't think he has.
I mean,
Oh no, I watched the entire thing, but
You want your money back, right?
oh,
no, it was on DVD.
You bought it?
A
I'm
friend had
sorry.
it. A friend had it.
Oh, okay, fair. Okay. There's a few movies I felt this way for back in the day,
Or I've watched it when.
but one of them, I wish I could remember the name of it. It was a Western, and my fiance and I, at the time, my ex-fiance, my last partner, this was probably like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even longer than that now. We rented a movie because Well, that was one of the things we do. We would rent different movies each week and then watch them together on his days off and stuff. And we rented a Western because it seemed interesting when we read it on the back. We bring it home, we put it in, and it was so dumb. There was no plot to it. And when the Native Americans would shoot their arrows, it would make the same gunshot and ricochet sound as all the guns that the cowboys had. It was that bad.
my.
The acting was monotone on a lot of things. There was no even any energy behind it. They were just like, oh no, we're being attacked. I guess we should shoot at them. It was that dry and that bad. We didn't even finish it. We stopped it halfway through and just tossed aside. Thankfully, it was on their dollar bin, so we only paid $1 to rent it for the week. Because it was an older film. All their old classic movies and stuff were $1, and it was in with those. And I used to love westerns, and I was like, I'll give it a shot. No pun intended, but it was terrible, and it was so bad. I don't even remember the name to this horrible atrocity. Another one, I had it, and now I completely just spaced. But that movie was so bad I can't even remember the other one now. So I guess I'm gonna go with that. That Western was bad. There was another one, I can't remember what it was for the life of me. I literally just spaced out on
It's
it.
in here somewhere.
It was bad too.
Oh. Boop.
Boop. I keep forgetting about the flowers until I see it again.
Love you.
Love you too, dears. Blah. I can't remember what the other one was.
Next question before she remembers it.
I'm looking. None of these seem interesting so far.
Who's a good girl?
I'm a good girl.
Yes, you is.
Oh, there's a simple one.
Alright.
Obviously, no need to go into detail because it's just a this or that kind of question. But if you could write a book, would it be fiction or non-fiction?
Fiction. And I already am slowly working on one. Well, it's a short story collection, more or less. But yeah.
Specifically just because magic, alchemy, and stuff like that. So, fiction.
Fiction as well, because it would be D&D based.
Right.
How did I know you were gonna answer that?
I mean, a lot of the stuff I write that is fiction is based on memories and events in my life or dreams. So there's truth to them, but they are still fiction.
I'll have to summarize this next question because
no.
I kind of skipped over it and kind of remembered it as an issue.
Whoops. Sorry, getting comfy again.
No, I am gonna skip it. I have ADHD, and what essentially just happened there is, I believe it's called ADHD paralysis, and essentially your brain, well, mine, and I guess sometimes hers, if it's happened to you as well, but essentially for mine, it'd just be, I just seen something, and I hear a different convo, or my brain loops for a second, and it just goes blank, as if I've never seen it before. That's essentially what just happened, so now I have to try and find another freaking question.
I'm guilty of it too, don't feel bad.
Oh,
okay, controller.
There's one. Because I have a answer for this one. What is the biggest holiday that you do with your family? Like
Christmas.
either like something,
Yeah,
because I took it as um like something special that our family does, and we do it every year, and it's the weekend or a week before Christmas, and it's called Cookie Party. And we invite over our friends and family, and it starts at like 1 p.m. and we're all just hanging out, and we bake cookies. Whatever cookies that you bake and decorate, you need to bring home with you.
That sounds
If
really
that
fun.
If that means that you make 30 cookies, you're taking those 30 cookies home if you're not like me and eat them all in one night. That's the old me, though. I mean, I am still a little bit rotund, but... Christmas, and
yeah,
Cookie
Christmas.
Party.
Well, it used to be Christmas, but I don't have any family left other than my parents, and they don't really do much anymore. And my fiance's family is pretty much all deceased. The only family he has left is a half cousin that's here in the state as well, but they're not close. So really, we don't have anything like that anymore, and I haven't since like 2018. So
Okay.
just part of getting older. You lose people. Can't be helped. But that's why you make new family and friends and find new traditions, I guess.
Oh. I did have an answer for that one, but that one really wasn't going to be a good.
Fair.
Oh, missed.
Oh. There's the simple one.
Silly.
Simple.
I wonder how much it would cost to import a Royal Enfield motorcycle from Britain.
Okay.
I don't know.
So, what was the last movie you watched, and how was it? The last movie I watched was Did Jane Go Unchained?
Just kidding. Like new movies or just movies recently? That we just
He
watched in general.
literally means the last movie you watched.
Okay.
Which I think I know which one yours is.
The last one I seen was Did Jane Go Unchained?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know if I want to admit the last movie I watched.
Essentially, it takes place back when slavery was still a heavy thing in the South, and it takes place basically as one of the slaves who I watched the movie. It was a really good movie.
Don't feel bad.
I don't know how to explain it without literally giving away the story.
Fair. I'll have to look it
I'm
up.
bad at this.
So is it? So it's kind of related to history in a way, sort of ish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which
I would
ties
enjoy
in-
that then,
Which
probably,
ties
because I
into
love
one
historical
you
films.
last seen.
But
Well, the last new
the
release I
majority of
saw was
it
Oppenheimer.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking you were going to
is
mention.
all about slavery.
Yeah.
And
Oppenheimer was good.
trust me, I already have a distaste for when any of my friends, like, no, I'm not black, but at the same time, I don't like hearing the N-word, and it's used quite a lot in that movie.
Fair. But
Because
if it's
that's
supposed
how
to
they
be,
used to be.
yeah, if it's a movie about that time period and it's being accurate to that time period, it makes sense. But yeah, no, I'm the same way on that. But
To try and
if it's at least historically
make it
accurate
a
and
little bit, try and make it a little bit funny, I guess everybody who was white that got to say the N-word got the N-word pass for that movie.
fair.
On the funny note of it,
I didn't
but
see this topic going here, but okay.
So which of us wants to admit our last movie we saw then? New release.
Well, the last new release I saw was Oppenheimer, but the last movie I watched was literally just a day ago, and I was watching the Cheech and Chong movies again. So,
Yep.
Still Smoking's the most recent one I've watched.
oh yeah, the last one I saw with you, whilst you were toasted out of your mind, was Up in Smoke, which was the first time I ever seen Cheech and Chong, and it's my grandpa's favorite movies. So,
Do I have to admit the last one I seen?
if it's gonna get us canceled or we have to cut it out, no.
No, it was Barbie Girl. The new Barbie movie. What? I don't pay for movies at the cinema, so I
I
went.
forgot I had a wooden box sitting there on my bed because I put my jewelry in the cleaning stuff earlier and then took it out and put it away.
I thought that was a reaction to my movie.
I just hit my head on the wooden box because I forgot it was there.
Come here.
Ew.
Mwah. Mwah. There, you kiss you all better.
It's okay. I didn't need those brain cells anyway. Owie.
Oh. I was not expecting that reaction.
Oh.
But I don't pay for movies at the cinema, so I can go and watch as many as I want. I saw that in Oppenheimer
You do
on the same day.
Subscription thing?
Yeah. It costs £15 a month.
Yeah,
for as many
it's not
movies as
bad.
you want.
I think there's one here.
I know how this answer
I
will
thought about
go
doing that.
because I know you.
Oh no.
But this question, it's sort of a two-parter. I'm gonna answer mine very simply and quickly. But do you like spicy food? Why or why not? What is the spiciest thing you've ever eaten? No, I do not like spicy food because I can't handle the heat. And the spiciest thing I've had was a little teeny tiny dab of a drop of a cayenne pepper directly on my tongue, and that thing felt like someone just took a giant drill bit about this fucking big and put it on my tongue.
Cayenne pepper did that to you?
Yeah, a cayenne. Yep.
Can I go before you?
I'd have to be careful not to burp around you. The Carolina Reaper fumes might make you just kill over.
The
I
hottest
love spicy food.
to be technically on the scale, the spiciest thing I had was a banana pepper.
Fair. Those have good flavor though.
Like, of actually eating. But the
I like
hottest
the
thing that I
pepperoncinis.
could not withstand, I can't remember which one's hotter, jalapeno or cayenne, but either one, that's the hottest I've ever had.
Okay. I don't mind spicy food.
I am my.
And what was the name of that New Mexico thing that Knight had me try?
Oh, the red and green chili.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the spiciest thing I've eaten.
yeah, they're hatch chilies, hatch green chilies, hatch
And I wolfed that shit down like, and then
red chilies.
had burning bottom by
Oh, they're
morning.
good. They're very, very flavorful.
I had burning bottom by morning.
But for me, the hottest stuff I ever had was plutonium number 9 Mad Dog 357.
Oh no.
Oh my fucking god! And you were fine?
It tasted horrible because there was really no flavor to it because it's basically just extract on that one. I mean, it's good if you use it as a way to spice up something else because by itself, not much flavor. As far as things with flavor go that I really love, the end or the end flatline. The end is 7 million Scovilles. The end flatline is about 8 million. But they still have
Hey.
really good flavor. And I usually
need
put, like,
to-
you know, a couple of capfuls onto my taco. Or on my burrito, or hot wings, stuff like that.
Didn't you
Okay.
have some
What?
at TTFC that was really
Jalapeno.
hot and I tried one of them?
Scroll.
Yeah, I can't remember which one it was though. It was at the convention. I can't remember what it was you
Okay,
tried.
so how was that again? On the scroll
Oh,
scale?
it was the atomic wings from Wingstop. That's what it was. Those were made
What
with
was the
habanero.
scroll scale? Again?
Well, plutonium number 9's over 9 million Scoville, I think. It's Mad Dog 357 plutonium number 9. And it's basically extract. The ones that I like that actually have flavor, however, that are the hottest I eat that actually tastes good to me, is the end, which is 7 million, and the end flatline, which is 8 million Scovilles.
Okay. So, to put it out there, she said she was fine with the plutonium one. That's 9 mil
Which I think is not.
Scoville. To put it in perspective, the Scoville scale of a jalapeno is give or take 4,000 to 8,000. So some of you, if you think jalapenos are really spicy, to put it in comparison, she said she was fine
Hey.
after that.
Sweet.
Read that list and see what Carolina Reaper's at.
Sweetie.
Hmm?
One of my friends over here won't even eat a chicken korma. Or rather, that's as far as they'll go.
Mmm.
He won't do anything spicier than a korma.
Fair.
Or a tikka masala.
Some people just don't have this. Ooh, tikka
Scoville
masala's
scale
good.
for peppers.
I think it's around 1.5 to 2 million for Carolina Reaper. Just for the pepper itself, if I remember correctly.
Next question.
And I think Pepper X is between 2 and 2.5. I think. Don't quote me on that, though.
Oh,
I could be way
okay.
off.
So, for this scale that I found, the highest it goes is Triniode Scorpion.
Oh, Trinidad Scorpion, yeah.
Oh, Trinidad. Okay. It looked a little bit fuzzy.
I think it is Trinidad Scorpion.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to
Why does
search.
this look like a coffee bean?
What was it? Carolina Reaper?
Because I eat Carolina Reaper stuff all day, every day. And I've actually got some Trinidad Scorpion pepper sauce right over here.
Scroll.
In fact, I need to clear the sinuses. Trinidad Scorpion pepper on my finger. Make me burn.
Scoville units.
Tasty.
2.2 million.
Okay, so yeah,
but it averages
I've eaten stuff with
1.6.
9. Now,
Okay. So
I don't usually
not so
go higher
spicy,
than 2 or 3 million
barely spicy,
on a regular basis, but yeah,
and
I do
she
like my spicy
loves
stuff.
it.
Ironically, though, as much as I love it, stuff like horseradish and stuff tear me up worse. It upsets my stomach so much worse than like capsaicin does, and I don't know why. It's just different way it processes, I guess. But I love them both, and I love my wasabi as well.
That's an interesting one. Okay, next question.
May have
If
to be the
you
last
didn't-
one or one more after this because it's getting close to being over an hour, I
Yeah.
think.
I think we're more on
What's the
an hour and a
time?
half with your rants.
You're not wrong.
Okay, last
It's like
question,
simple answer, simple
and this
answer,
is going to be an
3/4 of an
interesting.
hour answer.
We love you, but okay, this one's going to be a real interesting one. So we'll see how many people stay around to this one. Here, that's how we can prove that people watch all the way through. I ask this question, and if you made it this far, answer this down in the comments. I love all of you. If you didn't care at all what people thought of you, what clothes would you wear?
Probably something like this, actually. Good old bring back my trip pants, nice open vest, just something like this, just because it's so comfortable, especially with the weather the way it's been lately. Oh my gosh, it's been so hot and so miserable. Yeah.
It was 29 degrees
So I'd probably get
yesterday
the.
over here.
Jeez. That warm?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. That's
I'm
insane.
gonna put it this way. No, I'll keep it nice. I'll keep it nice.
No. Say what you want to say.
Well, I'll keep it nice at first, and then I'll say what I wanted to. What my kind of quote unquote true
You
answer
keep
would have been.
itching. Got a mosquito
So-
bite like right here.
I would probably just do shorts. No, actually. If I really, really didn't care, like even about temperature or anything, black sweatpants, slippers,
Maximum comfort.
yeah, essentially just black sweatpants, a big old hoodie, like big enough to where even my tall ass could fold my legs up to my chest and I could hunker inside of it.
You know what you need.
A snuggie or a
The hoodie from Australia.
whatever. But
We'll have to get Zero to
sweatpants,
send us
like
one.
big baggy sweatpants, slippers,
That actually really nice.
a hoodie, and then a
I like
beanie.
that. All right.
So now the other part of it, if I was to change this question. Now this is my devil's advocate side plan, so you don't have to answer it. But if you had no such thing as body shaming or indecent exposure, what would your outfit be?
Well,
Underwear. That's it. If I wasn't scared of everyone just looking at me and there's no such thing as indecent exposure, it would either be underwear or just swim trunks, and that's it.
If I was in a little better shape, it'd be a little bit of a different story, but post pregnancy and health issues have not been kind to my body, unfortunately. But if I was like I was about 15 years ago, just short shorts and an open button-up shirt.
Ooh. Hashtag free the nips.
I'm sorry, it's just comfortable. Especially in
Yeah.
hot weather. You get airflow, you don't sweat nearly as bad.
That's what
It's
I agree
practical.
about. Hashtag free the nips. I wasn't complaining.
I'm giving. Oh, I know you weren't. I was giving my reason for it.
Okay.
Whoa. I lied.
Sorry. Now,
Hello.
like I said, you don't have to answer, but if there's no such thing as indecent exposure, and
Oh, just
there's no
shorts.
such thing as body shaming,
Shorts, and that's
just
about
shorts,
it. Yeah.
Fair enough. Legit.
Alright.
Oh,
That was cute.
Alright. Well,
Somebody's got
that concludes this episode, as she now has the hiccups. Now, we love all of you. Like we said, I mean, there's gonna be some things here and there that are gonna get in the way, but we're gonna try and record stuff ahead of time for those days. So we'll be able to get to it. You poor baby. I'm sorry.
I drank a soda.
But our Discord server to hang out and chat with us is down below. And we have respective like Twitter or TikToks in the description as well. Now, remember what I said? If you made it this far, that last question that I asked, answer it down in the comments below. If you made it this far.
Mine.
We all love you. We all appreciate you. Now don't worry. Be furry.
Stay real, y'all. Until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Love you all.
And as always, I'll see you in the next video.